All right, here we are back with a Week 14 predictions video. I'm Jason, the Bears user. We're joined by BigHerc, the Vikings user. All right, here we are back with a Week 14 predictions video. Oh, I can hear myself echoing through you.
Yeah, hold on, turn it down.
All right.
But
All right, joined by the Vikings user, BigHerc. How's it going, bro?
everything's going good.
It's great. Good win. I saw you get there over the Cowboys.
Yeah, just trying to make sure you don't get a good pick, man, regular shit.
Yeah, I understand. We're going to do our normal thing this week. We're going to get into some weekly awards, some yearly awards, and then some predictions. As we get closer to time, there will be a playoff breakdown, but too much to figure out here with 4 weeks left. If you are having problems with user breaking the rules or something like that, or rule violations, make sure you're reporting that to one of the commissioners. The commissioners are head commissioner Dean. He's the Packers user. Myself, I'm the Bears user. CJ, he's the Seahawks. Adrian, he's the Ravens. Twan, he's the Titans. Savon, he's the Bengals, or Dwayne, he's the Cowboys. And like I said, preferably with proof. Not sure what we're going to be able to do for you if you don't have proof. It's a he said type of thing. Great job to everyone getting their games played. We are consistently advancing early, which is just insane for being 7 seasons in and this late into the year for a Madden League. I know it's the best league I've ever been a part of. I know a lot of other people feel the same way. So great job to everyone in the league for that.
Definitely is one of the best leagues out there.
Absolutely. Make sure you're streaming your divisional games. All those are supposed to be streamed, as well as games of the week. If you can't stream because your internet's bad or it's lagging for some reason or something like that, just let somebody know. I mean, we're not going to make you play through a laggy game.
Jaguars.
Yeah, Jags. There's some users in here that are plugged into McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah. So, and
knock on the wall. Tell your neighbor, yo, turn your laptop off for a minute. I'm playing a fucking game. You know what I mean? We're good.
Yeah, I don't know. I only get it against certain users. Every time I play CJ, my Wi-Fi sucks. I don't know what me and him's connection issues are between the two of us, but it doesn't seem to work.
You gotta watch CJ. He's one of them smart. Somehow, he's smart. You gotta watch those guys that got good grades, bro.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. We're gonna start with the weekly awards. We'll start off on the AFC side. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, Henry Ruggs continues his dominance. 8 catches, 261 yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. He's averaging 32 yards a catch, so that's really, really ridiculous numbers. He's just so fast and so elusive. It's just hard to keep up with him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week, not sure his first name, I think it's Josh maybe or something, but it's Carradine, the strong safety from the Titans. 6 tackles, an interception, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. So he's putting up really good numbers across the board there defensively. Titans defense maybe the best it's ever been this season. What about the NFC side?
NFC, we got D Metcalf, 7 receptions, 197, averaging 28 a catch. Whew, 4 touchdowns. I don't know who he did that against. Do you know?
I don't want to talk about it. Hey, you didn't have to do all that, man.
Oh, but those are some serious numbers right there.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I get he's fast and everything like that. I had Stingley covering him all game, and
honestly,
he was just getting burned.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I watched the game. I don't understand it either. I play you twice a year. I can't even usually have a second to even think before I'm sacked or either throwing somebody or your guys pick. I don't know how he did it.
He was open all game, and Stingley's not like a joke. He's like 98 speed, 95 overall, but he was just getting burned.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from him. He's a beast. On the defensive side, we got Cox, 10 tackles, 7 sacks. I'm not pretty sure how that happened, but somebody, whoever the Eagles was playing, bruh, max protect, man. Max protect.
I've always said that Fletcher Cox of this league is the ageless wonder. He's like 36 now, or 34, whatever it is, and he's getting like 25 sacks a season from a defensive tackle position. That's insane as it is, you know.
Insane. It's insane.
But really stupid, ridiculous number. 7 sacks.
Yeah,
good job
crazy.
There. Yeah, max protect for sure. Something. Double team and figure something out. After about that second or third one, I'm double teaming somebody. I'm not getting to 7 sacks.
No.
Yearly awards. Austin Eckler, new head coach, going to be coming in here soon for the Chargers, so it's going to be interesting if he can hold on to this MVP award. He's followed closely by a division rival running back, Zach McMichael, and Jamie Newman. Let's get into the AFC Offense Player of the Year is Eckler at the moment. Like I said, Henry Ruggs right behind him and Zach McMichael. Defensive Player of the Year, Chaz Surratt. He's an edge rusher for the Bengals. He's really been putting up stupid numbers on sacks. Followed by Nakobe Dean, an inside linebacker for the Titans, and Damani Sting Jr., a cornerback for the Bengals. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joseph Lewis, the wide receiver for the Bengals, getting lots of receptions, lots of yards for him. We know how Zavon builds his receivers. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Damani Sting Jr., with James Williams right behind him. So 2 Bengals leading the way there. What about the NFC side?
All right, let's go to this NFC. Offensive Player of the Year. Right? We're doing that first, right?
Yes.
Okay, dope. And we got Sanders. That guy's a beast.
Yeah.
Almost traded him away last year.
Really? Who were you going to trade him for? I'm curious now.
I was actually going to trade him for picks. I tried to trade him to the Giants for Saquon. I was going to give up a first-round pick and Sanders for Saquon. and whatever else he wanted. But
yeah. Jay drops in the chat. He says you sound like a preacher, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I tried to do it. I wasn't happy with him, but when I started, once I get my line right and everything, I'll be fine.
Yeah, you better make sure you keep running for yards there. I got Cohen right behind him, nipping at his heels.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. He's beasting right now. But once I got my line right and got rid of my whole offensive line, he's been killing it. So, no surprise with those three. Defense, it's a Player of the Year. We got Fletcher Cox. We got was it Quarvis Crouch?
I think so.
And we got, like I said, his defense is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he putting in the up, down, left, right, select BA start code on every time I play. But I ain't doing the gossip, so I ain't gonna start no rumors. Where we at?
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got Malik Brown. We got, I mean, with a name like Gunner, he should just automatically get it. But
Gunner stocks.
And Emmanuel and Henderson. Redskins. I got a game coming up with them in a few.
Yeah, he always consistently has good running backs. Last year he won Offensive Rookie of the Year with a running back too, and now that's his backup running back. So,
and that's exactly what I was about to say. He plays me in like a week or so. So he's going to get probably like 20 yards, 30 yards. So that's going to hurt him a lot.
Wow. That's a bold prediction. I'm going to keep that one in mind for when you play him.
Matter of fact, I don't think Cohen ran over 50 yards on me this year either game.
Yeah, I think that I threw for 350 on you both games though.
Maybe. I'm not going to argue. Maybe the first time. The second time, I think I shut you down all the way around defensively.
Yeah. Actually, I think you're right. Did pretty well defensively.
I think I smoked you. I think I shut you down all the way around. Definitely, Malik Brown needs to do whatever he can do right now.
Hey, Hurt, unplug your mic real quick and plug it back in. It's cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh, now.
Yeah, it sounds better.
All right, yeah. But anyway, Brown, get your guy right because he's not against the Vikings. So on to the Rookie of the Year. We got Saab, we got Shamar Stewart, and we got Devon Jackson. Eagles, I don't know how the Eagles ain't.
He's really
got a record.
He's really got a really good team. That division beats the hell out of each other though.
That division is tough. It really is because that guy, with all these guys, I feel like he should be killing it right now.
Yep.
But Shamar back in the building with his Packers.
Yeah, we're all very excited for Dean to be back for sure.
Yes, and I know that Dean, I was off for a year. Dean, I mean, it'll take a while. I can hear whipping. But like I said, Rams on there. And best quarterback, we got Burrow, Love, and Hurts. I don't know how Hurts is up there. Usually hasn't played a game in like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Best running back, we got Cohen. No surprise at all with all three guys, especially Tariq Cohen. Pretty much against every the guy ran for 3,000 yards. So no surprise. Best wide receiver. You already.
Yeah, I'm not sure what on earth is going on with your mic, bro. It's cutting in and out like super bad now. I don't get it.
Either it's expensive ass mic too. That's what's pissing me off.
That's frustrating.
But DK Metcalf is up for best wide receiver. What he did to the Chicago Bears, he's a beast. We got Higgins and Ridley. And O-line, Smith, Saylor, Davis. D-line, Cox, Clay, Johnson. Linebacker, Crouch, Carter, Moses. D-back, Cross, Booth, Jack.
Yep.
And who cares about the kickers?
Jake Elliott for the Eagles.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the predictions now. I know everybody's excited for this. Here we go. Only game we have been played so far actually is your game. You beat the Cowboys 27-10. I watched the game. Real good second half for you there. You trailed early in the game, but turnovers make the big difference. We've always talked to Dwayne about he's been so close to making the playoffs year after year, but he turned the ball over so much, especially with the interceptions, and that's what cost him. You got almost all your scores off of turnovers there at the end. So really good job for you there in the second half. Game was pretty close, in every other statistical category: offensive yards, first downs, even third downs. Neither one of you were that great on third down, but you had a spectacular game with turnovers. Defense definitely looking really good, playing very well. Looks like 5 picks by Ramirez. He only threw for 66 yards, a 9.5 QB rating. Warren Moon Jr. did exactly what he needed to do. 96 yards, no turnovers. Just a game manager there. And Trey Sanders carried the workload with 23 carries, 150 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I was very surprised you were able to stop Dwayne's rushing attack so well. Travis Etienne and Zeke Elliott, a very good combo, and you held him 22 carries for 91 yards. That's not a very good average. So good job there. What were your keys to success in this game, and what really got you the W?
Getting to play him 2 seasons in a row, I kind of got the feel for him already. So I knew he was run heavy just like me. The first time he smoked me on the run, especially with his quarterback. So I hit got some things done. Reevaluated how I was going to come at him, and instead of using more linebackers, I used more D-backs, more speed, and that seemed to help. That seemed to do the job.
Yeah, I see you had some big-time picks there. Makil Wright had a big pick return. Sante Samuel Jr. grabbed 2 of them. And Antonio Alfano, your defensive end, was in the backfield. Got 2 sacks there. So a good defensive game for you. Vikings go up to 5-8.
We're going to win out. We're going to win out.
Yeah, I'm looking at your schedule, and I'm getting more. This was one of the games in your schedule I was actually hoping you would lose because you've got some really easy games down the stretch.
I'm going to win out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win out.
Let me pull up your schedule actually because I'm curious. I know you've got a few games I really thought were going to be. Nobody in here is an easy W every single week, but
of course.
Yeah, you've gotten 4? Yeah, 4 wins in a row now. You got the Steelers, Niners, and Redskins left. All 3 of these teams pretty good defensive users. Best offensive between 3 is definitely the Redskins. So it'll be interesting. But these are 3 games you could win for sure. That'd be crazy if Vikings head into the offseason with 7 straight wins. That'd be definitely something to move on.
Should be 8 straight wins, but got talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, so what the issue was, we weren't exactly sure if he was playing his games yet, and we hadn't heard anything from you to that point.
Yeah, I sent it in to Dean. I sent it in to him a whole day before.
Yeah, I guess Dean had. That was probably just the week that Dean had got back or something like that. He wasn't on top of it.
He blamed it on Savon.
Oh, wow.
But he blamed it on Savon.
Wow.
Savon, you hear that? He blamed it on you, homie. But I ain't gonna bitch.
Well, one thing for me is especially your offense. I'm looking at these games. You're putting up 34, 33, 20, 41, 27. If you go back before your bye, you're putting up 10, 3, 7, 10, 3. So the offensive game has definitely gotten better week after week.
I was still labbing. I was labbing my passing. My passing was terrible. But I was just honestly, just throwing shit up, trying to see what worked. Because I already knew how to run the ball. That's always been my specialty in Madden since the beginning of time. So I need to get the pass flow. Now it's trouble. Because my D line is vicious.
All right, so let's get into the predictions here. With the Cowboys falling to 7-6, the division leader will be the winner of this game. Giants and Eagles. They're both 7-5. This is, with 4 games left in the season, this is pivotal. You'd probably say the winner of this game probably wins the division. I'm not sure if they played once this season already. I think they have. Not sure who won the game. I know last year Giants went 14-2 or something like that, and his only 2 losses were to the Eagles. So he definitely doesn't play very well against him. Lots of weapons on both sides of the ball for Philadelphia, and he has a good way of getting into the backfield. I'm going to take the Eagles in this game. I think he's just got too much defensive firepower right now, and he's rolling on all cylinders. So I'm going to take Philadelphia. What about you?
I'm definitely going to go with Philly. I has to be high with all those guys on the list and stuff. I'm going to go with Philly.
Good pick. Next, we got the Panthers at the Redskins. Panthers are 1-11. Skins are 5-7. He did beat me a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure exactly what he did last week, but he's getting better towards the end of the season. He's only 2 seasons removed from winning his division. He beat Dean last week, 25-10. So, he's getting better week after week. I think this is a game that he should win, especially with how strong his running attack is. So I'm going to stick with the Redskins. What about you?
I'm not so sure. The I played, he's even though he's been losing a couple games, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. I think if he's able to slow the run down, he might be able to pull the game off because he's not that bad. I've seen worse, that's for sure. But
Definitely.
he doesn't slow the run down. The Redskins win, but I'm gonna go with Panthers.
All right, this says Packers versus the CPU. This is Dean, of course. CPU is going to be replaced this week. It's going to be somebody that all of you know well. It's G.A. Finest. He was the Chiefs' user the first 4 or 5 seasons in the league. So a lot of guys in here played against him, stuff like that. A lot of guys know him. He was with Dean a few seasons. He actually left because, lots of firepower in this league, and he's excited that Dean is back and he's ready to rejoin. So he'll be taking over for the Bucks. Should be an interesting game. Dean is not this bad of a user. What his record says, I believe he's 0-4, 0-5 with the pack. But when you're that far removed from playing, it takes time to get back into it.
It definitely does. Definitely does. It does.
And that being said, G.A. Sponti was never a bad user, and this Bucks team is just so overpowered. I'm going to take the Buccaneers to win this game, actually. It's a 99 overall team. It's hard to pick against those.
Definitely it's hard to do that, and Dean being out a long time, I'm going with the Bucks.
Next, we got the Saints at the Jets. Saints are 6-6. Really, I mean, it's last breath of chances for a playoff at this point because I believe the wild card slots are 9-3 and 8-4 at the moment. So he needs to probably win out to even have a chance. He's playing the Jets, who are 11-1. So that's gonna be really, really difficult. Jets team obviously really well built and really good, strong passing game. I think that's going to continue, and I see the Jets winning this one probably pretty big.
Yeah, Jets take that.
We got the Broncos at the Chiefs. Broncos are leading the division at 8-4. Chiefs are 6-6. So if he's going to make any kind of chance to win this division, the Chargers also at 7-5, but they don't have a user at the moment. So probably a last breath here for the Chiefs as well. Needs to win this game desperately. Played the Broncos very tough every time he's played him. Doesn't have a victory over him yet. I'd be really interested to see if he can get over the hump this game. But I'm going to take Denver in a really, really close game by about 3 to 4 points on the road in Kansas City.
I'm going with my boy Humble Beast. Played with him over the years in this league. I know he's not a big turnover guy, and especially towards the end of the year.
He has a strong run game too, definitely.
Strong run game, doesn't turn the ball over, and he gets turnovers.
Yep.
And when it's time, like these last few weeks, he's always focused. He gets down, so I'm going with Broncos.
Good pick. Next, we got the Steelers at the Browns. Steelers are 2-10, kind of have a down year. Browns 7-5, definitely still in the wild card race. Definitely needs to win out probably. Favorable schedule down the way. Definitely going to need to start that with a victory here. He's got a strong run game. I'm going to stick with Cleveland here. I think he's going to have a really successful running day with his 2 running back combo.
I'm definitely going with. Same thing. I've seen him play over a couple years now. He's always been a beast on the game. I don't see the Steelers stopping him at all. He's going to win big on that one.
Yep. Next, we have the Bengals, the Ravens. Bengals are 9-3. Ravens 6-6. A lot of 6-6 teams in the AFC definitely need to get wins this week if they're going to have chances to make wild cards. Bengals probably has a division locked down. We know how good Savon is, but nobody's overlooking the Ravens. They won the division last year. I'm going to stick with Savon though on the road. His passing attack is just too good right now.
I'm definitely going with Savon. Like I said, like you said, nothing against Chat. I know how Chat gets down too. He's very efficient, strategic, and usually gets the job done. He's actually a player too off of just being a playoff team again. He just needs a couple pieces. But I'm definitely going with Savon. We all know what the deal is.
Yep. We're going to skip over the Bills-Falcons, one of the games of the week. We're going to go to Patriots at Raiders. Pats has been talking mad shit to me. I predicted him at the beginning of the year not to make the playoffs, and he's consistently been a playoff user, but that division is just so tough. He's sitting in the last playoff spot right now at 8-4. He's playing the 3-9 Raiders. C-Money's been in the league for a while. A few seasons ago, he was real close to making the playoffs. And something happened with his offensive game after the year. We're not exactly sure. He traded away Donnelly, so he's having real struggles on the offensive side of the football, especially in the passing game. Defense plays okay, but not like consistently really good. So I'm going to take J Drop to win the game here. I think he's on a roll. He's winning lots of games in a row. I'm going to stick with the Patriots.
Pat's on fire. He's on fire with the trash talk. He's on fire with the gameplay. His team's playing like they're ready to go to the Super Bowl. I'm going with the Pats.
I'm going to look at his schedule real quick because I'm trying to see if anybody's going to be able to hit him in the mouth before the end of it here. Let's see here. On a 3-game win streak. He's got the Raiders, then the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Ravens. Those last three there are definitely going to be 3 tough tests. All 3 of those users decent users.
Yeah, absolutely. After this Raiders game, he might take 2 L's. He might.
Yeah, he definitely needs to win as many of these games as he can.
Yeah, Chap, and Jets going to be tough.
Yep. So both going with the Patriots. Next we have the Cardinals at the 49ers. Cards is 7-5 after being like 7-2 or 7-3. So he's got to get it figured back out. It's a good chance to do this. Niners is 5-7. He's a good defensive user. Struggling on the offensive side of the ball despite all his weapons he has. Baker Mayfield, Le'Veon Bell, people like that. Cardinals user a strong running user. He uses Kylan Hill. Of course we know that was built that player in Chicago and traded to him. That's what we do here in Chicago. We build running backs. Cardinals, like I said, though, he's got a real strong running attack. Defense is playing better. He's made some adjustments on that side of the ball, moved some players around. I think he's really figured out something there. I'm going to take the Cardinals this game. It'll be a decently tough game because Niners plays good defense, but I'll take the Cards. What about you?
Same thing. I know both. I'm actually surprised that the Niners just hasn't been playing better than he has. Rob, same thing. Usually busting it. What's going on with him? Definitely going with the Cardinals though. He might even make some noise going out these last few weeks.
Yeah, I think he's holding the last playoff spot at the moment at 7-5, but it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. Next, we got the Texans at the Chargers. Chargers are a CPU team right now. We have not found a user for them, so this is probably gonna be a Texans force win. And that'll be it. Lions at Bears. Lions has missed the past few games. He's also going to miss this game. I've talked to him. He's basically taking the season off, which is really strange after he made a Super Bowl run last year. So, so this is going to be a Bears force win, but I'm not going to take the force and play the CPU. I know Texas will also have the same opportunity, or anybody else is playing a CPU team or something like that. Next, we got the Jags at the Dolphins. Jags, I know a lot of people think he's not active because he doesn't talk in chat. He's been on the app in a while, but his phone is broken. He played last week against the Cards. If you message him on PS4, he does play his games. He's 4-8 at the moment. The Dolphins are also 4-8. Very different dynamic to when the last time these two teams met. They met in Week 17 or Week 16 of last year. Dolphins got the win. It secured his playoff spot over the Jags too. It was a really huge game. So both these teams definitely had a down year. Strong run game for the Dolphins, strong pass game for the Jags. It's going to be really interesting. I'm going to take Miami in this one if it gets played. What about you?
I'm going with it for a few reasons. I'm going with the Dolphins because Jags, you can't buy a brand new phone, I'm mad at you. So that's why I'm going with the Dolphins. And stop that hotspot shit.
Yeah, that'll do it right there, if anything.
Yeah. So Dolphins.
Next, we got the Colts, who are 4-8 at the 5-7 Seahawks. Anybody who knows CJ knows that he is better than 5-7. He beat the brakes off a certain team last week.
Definitely is.
That team won't be mentioned, but they couldn't stop the passing game. We know that's what CJ does. He passes the ball very well. 2 has a good defense. It's going to be interesting, but I think I'm going to take the Seahawks here by a few scores. He's just too much power on the offensive side of the ball.
I mean, we already know that. We already know the outcome of this. DK, another 4 touchdowns for DK.
Yeesh. I'm hoping not that many.
Another 4.
Let's get into these 2 games of the week. First one we're going to get into is Buffalo and the Falcons. These two talk mad shit. 2 of the biggest shit talkers in the whole league. And I don't believe they played since like season 1 or season 2 or something like that. It's been forever. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this game goes. Both teams are playing well at the moment. The let me pull up here the records. Buffalo's 9-3. The Falcons are 8-4. I know both me and Jimmy are in a fight to keep that 1 seed because neither one of us is going to want to play Noop in that second round, whoever's the 2 seed. So I know that both of us are hoping for him to lose, definitely. That being said, E-Fly plays very well. He's got a really strong offensive game. His defense is getting better year after year. He's really built them up. I'm going to take the upset here. I'm taking E-Fly on the road in Atlanta. It's going to be a controversial pick, but I think it's gonna get it done on the offense side of the ball. What about you?
I'm going with 50 grand, man. I'm going with Nuke. You know what I'm saying? The most hated. You know what I mean? That's Nuke, the most hated. That's my dog. And I'm sticking with the old heads here. I'm going to tell you why, though. Nuke, just like a few other guys in here, he's consistent. He doesn't turn the ball over much. He plays like old school, paternal, just doesn't turn the ball over. Even though he passes. I mean, he's just consistent and really doesn't do it. And I think E-Fly turns the ball over more than he does. And I think that he's going to capitalize on that, and he's going to squeeze out a close game against Buffalo. It's going to be a close one, though. No one blows out nobody.
Yeah, I think it'll be very, very close. Probably a field goal or a touchdown at most.
Yes, it's going to be a close game. But he definitely takes it because he's going to stay – he's not going to get, like, eager. He don't get eager. He stays calm.
He's definitely one of the best defensive users in the league, too, as well. So
definitely
interesting to see how he plays against E-Fly.
And he always pops up when it counts.
Yes.
In the last few minutes.
He plays to his – I've always said that Nuke plays to his competition. You know what I mean?
All
so when he
day
plays
long
good competition,
he
he plays better. When he plays bad people, he plays worse. Anyway, next we got
always been like that.
Next and last we got the Titans at the Rams. Rams are 9-3. Titans are 11-1 at the moment. I definitely am pulling for the Titans. I need to keep my lead over Jimmy in that race for the 1 seed. It's gonna be very interesting. Jimmy is usually one of the flat out best users in the league. But this year he's taken a step back, especially the offensive game. Having some struggles. Their defense is still playing lights out. Titans has been better on both sides of the ball than he's ever been. I think that Twan's going to walk in there in Los Angeles and get a 7 to 10 point victory over the Rams. What do you think?
I really do think that Twan takes this game. Though everything is telling me like I don't know. I really don't understand how anybody loses to Rams, Bears, Bengals, Titans. Because you're all beasts. Like when I play, I'm like, how does anybody beat you? But honestly, this is Twan's year. I only see Bengals pretty much being the only team in his.
Really? Not the Jets? You don't think they have a chance either?
No, I think Jets have a chance, but I just think Twan's going to beat the Jets. But Bengals are going to take it. You know what I mean? I'm just going. Twan is going to give everybody a run for their money, and this game is going to be tough. Let me rephrase this. This game is going to go down to Jimmy here. He's going to beat himself. If he doesn't beat himself, Rams win. If he beats himself,
that's a very
Titans
accurate.
win.
That's a very accurate representation. Jimmy could end up with a few turnovers here to cost him the game. Same for Twan. Twan.
Same for Twan.
Yeah, he needs to stick with his run game. I definitely believe in that. Sometimes he gets a little too pass happy, and he'll throw 3-4 picks in the game. But generally, when he has a 4-pick game, he also has 4 or 5 touchdown passes too. So
yes, but I honestly think that loses in itself, and I think it does have beats itself and the Titans win.
Really, really interesting. All right. Well, that's going to conclude it for the predictions video. I really appreciate having you here, Herc.
Yes, sir.
As always. If anyone's interested in joining, make sure you're messaging me or one of the other commissioners. We'll get it lined up. Definitely going to be moving forward with that. And everybody get your games in and have a good day.